Psst, hey, come here. I got a secret for you. What do you feel your God should be to you? What do you feel your God should be to you? How do you want your God to be? How do you want your God to be? Who is your God to you? Who is he? Imagine you swimming inside of your father's testes. And you just swimming. And around you, it's millions of yous doing their own thing. Doing their own thing, got their own characters, got their own personality. But the first one with the heat, or the first one that's motivated inside of this world, down below, inside of these testicles, you see, in them testes of some other big old source. What if all of a sudden it's your time to be shot to the next dimension? You see, to be shot to the next dimension. It's going to be millions of you going that way. How is your energy right now? What do you think your God should be in another world to you? How do you think your God should treat you in another world? Imagine that. What if you study what your God is to you? Right now, while you in your father's testicles. What if you was right here preparing to go to a whole nother realm? Because this realm and this 3D was like a schooling to teach you how, or to teach you the process of what your mother and father experienced inside of darkness. You see? Yeah, that intimacy they had. You see? Your father, when he shot you all out, you see? Into a whole new world that your mother governed. Your mother governed. You see? That tail was cut because you done made it to that planet. That tail was cut and she gave you another one. You see? And some flesh, a skeleton and everything. Your mama did. Imagine being here on earth, learning all the things that your father went through. You see, all that data that your father went through. You see, now you in the 3D. You see, because your mother developed you in the womb, you came out the gate. Now you can see. You can see everything now. See, you can see the light of your father. You can see all these things now, the light and the darkness. See, your mother and your father. You see everything, male, female, good, bad, positive, negative. You see, iniquities, righteousness. You see it all here. Imagine you learning this inside of this university that we live in. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a school to teach you how to keep that whole process going. To keep that whole process going from what your mother and father did. Imagine that. Imagine that. When you learn here on the process, on how you got here, when you learn that and ace that, when it's time, when your energy lifts from that, and it's time for you all to ascend, you see, you're going to go through another phallus, you see, and you're going to go to another earth, another phallus, another earth, and you're going to repeat the process. You may not look like you look right now, you see. You might be a jaguar, see, you might be a puma, you see, or whatever type of creatures the source created, you see. It depends. It all depends, you see. It all depends on you. It all depends on you. You see, how do you want your God to be to you? Learn it here. Learn it here. Learn it here. So when it's time for you to shoot out, you see, of those waters, you see, and you go to that other earth, however you were in another world, that's the data that you're going to have in the new world. You see, you're going to carry that. You might carry it in your flesh, or you might carry it in other ways. You see, there's one thing that you don't know. Here on this earth, you see all type of living beings. You see, all type of living beings. Which one do you want to be in the other world? A tree is magnificent, majestic, but it's still, you see, it's still, you see. A bee does its things with its colonies and things, you see, ants and, you know. How about a giraffe? You want to be a giraffe? What do you want to be? You see, what do you want to be? Do you love yourself? Can you identify yourself in this world? If you can identify yourself in this world, you see, and you hold on to the two that you have or that you had that brought you into this world, if you hold on to that and make it tight and understand that process, most likely you will come back the same way in another world. You'll come back the same way in another world. You see, by yourself. All these other inhabitants that's around you that you see right here today, they ain't going with you. They ain't going with you. You see, they ain't going with you. You gonna be alive, and all those other inhabitants are gonna die. You see? But in the living, they said you died. They're gonna They're going to die. Die in what, though? They're going to die in you. You see? They're going to die in you. You see? You may remember something, but they all going to die in you. But you're going to live on. Energy don't die. You see? Energy don't die. You see? But all the things that you've done in the world, all those yous are going to die in you. You're going to be brand new in another world. All those inhabitants that you done ran into, all those yous that you done ran into, all of them going to die. You see? They all going to die. Yeah, they all going to die. You see? And you're going to be brand new with a whole new slate. You see? In a whole different world. You see? You're going to be living. You see? And that process going to keep on going and keep on going. You see? The object of this game is to learn how you got here and keep that process going. It's called everlasting life. You see? It's called everlasting life. You're going to have it. Look at her. She on her stuff. Look at her. What? What? What you want? Huh? What you want? What? What are you doing? That's Aries. That's Leona right there. You see her? No, they a trip. I love y'all in a minute. Yeah.